of clicking on all cylinders. Do you feel that way just for both of you? Do you feel like fall camp started out that way also?
Starting off, but just being out in the heat, just that factor and just being fatigued and stuff like that. So just being able to come out and just gain mental toughness, just overcoming just the heat and stuff like that, different variables of the game. So just being able to just overcome that adversity that we was put through today. But I feel like we came out, had a great, energetic day. We flew around, had fun, and competed.
Throw with Landers or Sategna. What did you think of what have you thought of those guys? Obviously, you've seen them all summer. So.
I did not throw with Satanya today, but I did throw with Matt today. He bounced in with the one and stuff today. So just having a guy like Matt and just the speed and versatility that he brings on the outside. He's just very athletic. Just being able to have a guy like that I can trust and make sure I get the ball in space and just let him make plays. So just bring him onto the team. Just a huge asset. So. Really explosive. Just coming off the ball. I threw one-on-ones with him, so just being able to watch him come off the ball, he's very explosive. And also, he's a young kid, so he's still learning the game and trying to slow the game down for himself. So but starting off, great.
KJ, asking a question for Nate. You want to know how much influence did Felipe have on you in the year that you played, with him and played behind him, and then came in the Missouri game, obviously, and had a great game. How much influence did he have on your career and build you?
Felipe. I always looked up to Felipe as a bigger brother. When he was here, I just made sure I modeled myself out to him, and also just being able to be a sponge. Just being able to just know that he's played in this league for a little while. He know what it takes to win. He's won big games, so being able to just watch the little details that he do and just try to critique his details and try to add them to my bag. So just being able to have a guy like that to come in and just humble as he is and just genuine as he is, just be able to help you and just help you understand the game and help you slow the game down and just give you different viewpoints of how things are being viewed in the SEC. So just being able to have a guy like this is truly amazing. It's just an honor.
Jalen, how about the safeties? You've got Brini, you've got Jaden Johnson, several guys that have played, Simeon Blair. How are the other safeties doing back there and fitting in with the group? Seems like you got a little depth back there.
Yeah, we got a lot of depth back there. I'll say young guys are catching on fast, and that's because I think they're coming in with like a sponge. They're soaking in all information. They're always asking questions. We get in the meeting room. I feel like we ask more questions than we watch clips because every single clip we have, people are asking questions, engaged, want to know what's going on, always going in the film, want to get extra time in, and that's what it takes. So, no, young guys stepping up well, and leaders are leading. So, like me, Sim, Brini's coming in and even asking questions, but at the same time leading on his part. Dwight's kind of stepping up too with the corners, and Hudson Clark stepped up too, made some really great plays today, and is also kind of leading a little bit. The whole DB room honestly is doing a really great job of just engaging with the plan that we have for the secondary, and it's going to continue to grow.
Has lost a lot of starters, but really the defense is filled in with some guys from other schools. Speaking of SEC schools, you got some LSU, Alabama, Georgia players, and also some players who've been here, played for a while, that are taking another step. You feel pretty good about not just the starting lineup, but the depth as a unit, not just safety.
Oh, as a unit for the whole defense, yes. We have leaders at every single spot. In the middle, it starts with Zay. Zay's been leading really well, and I mentioned Tarin Carter, who's out, but he's been leading as well. Also just helping young guys out and the new transfers that come in with the scheme and the stuff up front. And then, of course, you have just talked to Bumper. He's the general there. But then Drew Sanders coming in, stepping in, more of a quiet guy, but will speak when he has to for sure. Jordan Crook is coming in, stepping up as well. Pooh Paul is also doing. And in the back end, like I said, Simeon Blair has been doing a great job of leading. Being a vocal guy and stepping up as well. And like I said, there's a bunch of guys I can name on defense. But defense overall. I think every spot, what makes us so great right now is that everybody's leading.
If I could ask y'all both, you won 9 games. What does it take to get to the next level? Where do y'all have to be better? Where can you improve? If y'all could both do that one.
I say for us, just from a team and an offensive standpoint, I'm starting offense first. Just being consistent. As an offense, high power offense, tempo, spread tempo offense. Main thing in this league, you have to be consistent, stay ahead of the chains. You can't take too many negatives in this league. We all know. So just being able to be consistent, stay ahead of the chains, and then as a team, just doing the little details right, and just main thing is just as we get tired and adversity starts to set in, look to one another and just encourage one another and just bring each other up. That's gonna get us through the tough times. So.
And for me, I say it's not riding on last year. We put last year behind us. Last year was a great year. We had a lot of great success and, brought the pride back and brought the excitement back. But like I said, 2022 is a new year. I mean, so records don't matter. When you start September 3rd, you're 0-0. You're not 9-4. So, I mean, you got to have that approach going in. That's the approach we have been going to fall camp. We're not worried about what we did last year. We're worried about our first game and just getting better every day as a group. So when that first game comes, we'll be prepared.
KJ, what do you think of Rocket's skill set with the ones, what he's looked like with the ones, and then overall depth at tailback?
Just confident. I mean, he just came in. I mean, he soaked it all in as a sponge. I mean, he's asked me questions about the offense and different play calls and why we're calling these plays. So, I mean, he's really, really in tune to what we're doing on the offense side of the ball. I mean, and just from a running back depth standpoint, I mean, all those guys can be able to be that guy. I mean, just the talent and just the skill set that those guys bring to the table, just huge advantage for him. I mean, it causes a lot of chaos on the defense. I mean, all of them can catch out the backfield. All of them has great routes, stick routes. They also can just home run hitters as well. So, I mean, just having a running back in a running back room like we have, I mean, it's truly an advantage.
KJ, Coach Pittman said that Malik probably took about 15 to 20 wide receiver snaps today. Was he working with the first team, the second team, and what's your analysis of how he looks at that position?
Malik is he's getting confident and comfortable each and every day. In the meeting room, he's asking a lot of questions as well. And also, he bounced around first team, and then he also took second team quarterback reps as well. So he's doing both right now. But the main thing is just being able to just keep him confident. I mean, just keep him confident in himself, and as a team and teammates. I mean, we also just confident in him going out there and just being himself. I mean, he don't have to do too much. Just go out there, have fun, and be himself.
You imagine having 20 more snaps on top of?
No, I'm actually not tired. My feet hurt though. That's about it though. But I'm actually not tired.
Hey, KJ, wonder if you can expand a little bit on Matt Lander's game, what you like about him, what he brings to the table, and then we saw Jaden Wilson catch a deep ball, I think, from Malik today. Just what kind of a weapon can those two guys be?
Jaden's coming along. I mean, just from coming in, I mean, he also had a good spring. I mean, he had some ups and downs, but I mean, just being able to just keep a level head and just coming in first day and just establishing his confidence level just risen through the roof. I mean, he's on the rise. He's also one of those guys that stand after catching jug machines, and I mean, he just want to be great. So just having a guy like that that's young as he is and just also had a will and desire to want to be great, I mean, that's a good team, a guy that you would like to have on your team, and also a guy that you would like to throw to. And then just also Matt Landers, I mean, just coming in, I mean, he's played ball quite a while now, so I mean, he knows what it takes. He knows the work and the small details it takes to get to that next level, and then also just being able to have a skill set like him, he can stretch the field vertically with his speed and just his ability to track the ball down the field. And also he has also crisp routes too, so he can create separation as well.
Atlanta, you said you had lost weight. First practice last year, you said you needed to lose some. Where are you right now versus where you were a year ago, and what is your current weight?
I'm 240 right now, so I mean that was my weight I wanted to come in at for fall camp, 240. So hoping this fall camp, I mean I shed a couple more pounds before the first game. So I mean that's my mindset going into it. So each and every day I'm attacking it and just living it up.
Better than you did on the first day last year?
I do. I mean, I'm flying around a lot better. I'm a lot confident in myself. Just being able to get out and make plays with my legs and stuff like that. So just being able to just knock some of that extra weight off and just lean up a little bit and just be able to just come out there and just put my team in the best position to win.
Yeah, I wanted to ask both y'all about Trey Knox. Maybe, Jay, obviously from a defensive standpoint, how do you see Trey progressing at tight end? And then after you answer that, KJ, just what's your take on Trey? You know how he's been transitioned. Now it's obviously been a while now.
Yeah, Trey Knox. Of course, everybody knows now he's tight end now, and he took it. He took it head on. He said, "Okay, I'm gonna attack it." So he gained a lot of great weight. Put on a lot of muscle. I mean, he went from like 205 to like what 240, 50 or something like that, and like most of his muscle. So and you can tell he's moving well, and you can tell he's just comfortable now, and he's comfortable in the system. So I can see us. I mean, I can expect a lot of great things from him in our offense and using him a lot because, like I said, he's a weapon. He's a matchup problem when he knows when he's kind of got more acclimated to it. But I mean, he's moving fluently, and I mean, I'm proud of him for making that transition and doing it with keeping level head and doing it for the best of the team.
Just like what Jalen said, I mean, Jefferson, I mean, he's just confident. He came in, attacked it. Once we told him that he was going to be tight end, I mean, but Trey just come with a different skill set at the tight end position. I mean, I don't call him a tight end necessarily. I call him like a flex tight end because we still can put Trey out there wide receiver and just let him play. I mean, because, I mean, that's his background. So being able to have a guy like that to have a receiver background and know what it takes to create separation and get off routes, and then also just be able to just have mismatch problem. I mean, he created a lot of mismatch problem. Linebackers can cover him, I mean, but still, just from a receiver background, I mean, he still can just get off linebackers and run by linebackers and stuff like this. So just be able to have a guy like Trey is just a truly asset.
Last year in the 2-minute drill, it seemed like you, speaking of Trey, seemed like you really looked at Trey quite a bit. Talk about the confidence factor you had in him in that 2-minute, the game, but the 2-minute drill particularly.
Just having a guy like that, I mean, just relying on Trey, I mean, just it's truly just confidence. I mean, I know he's gonna be in the right spot at the right time. I know he's gonna run his route. I know just chemistry. I mean, just being able to have chemistry in those crunch situations, knowing that I can turn and get the ball to Trey and he's gonna be in the right spot.
Just the general day one, what you thought of pushing through the heat and what you thought of the day, and then Hudson Clark got y'all off the field in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That.
No, I mean, it was a great first day. I mean, I think we did a lot of good things, and we had some things we got to clean up for sure, but that's part of being day one. I mean, each day you're supposed to progress and get better, so we expected to have mistakes, and that's why we have coaches that come in the next day, watch the film, and we'll come in as a group and fix them. And that play he made, I mean, Hudson broke on the ball. I mean, it was a great play. I mean, if I was a quarterback, you know, I would thought that the route was open, but he came in, broke on it, made a great play, and then he fell down in 2 minutes like he was supposed to. So, I mean, it was a great play, and you know, like I said, I was glad that he was able to make that play for us.
I was throwing it to Hazelwood, actually. I was throwing to Hazelwood on the corner route, and he sunk back. So, I mean, he just made a great defensive play. And for me, it just me being able to just read the defense and also not be too greedy in a 2-minute situation, just be disciplined and stuff like this. So, I mean, it was a great play for the defense, great play for Hudson. I mean, it's a learning experience for the offense and me personally. So,
partners at BetOnline continue to be the #1 source for all your betting needs and sports info. Find all the latest odds, news, and sports developments, including this year's Wimbledon Finals, Major League Baseball, the latest fighting news, and even next season's early NFL futures. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code BLEAV. That's BLEAV to get the bonus and get into the action. Bet online, where the game starts.